is Alvin Kamara,
Amari Cooper,
Keenan Allen.
And you're watching Good Morning Madden.
Good morning, Madden community. Welcome to a Tuesday edition of Good Morning Madden. If you're new to the channel, definitely click on that follow button. It'll notify you and let you know when we go live. We're here Monday through Friday from 10:30 a.m. to about 11 a.m. Eastern, kind of covering the latest in Madden news. Again, if you want to go ahead and get Twitch drops, you may hear about Good Morning Madden drops. All you have to do is go down below in the tile, click on that tile. It'll connect your Twitch account with your EA Origin account. And then every time you watch this stream or anytime you watch any of the Madden live streams, which I'll talk about later on in the stream, you can go ahead and get Twitch drops. So there you have it. We got a lot of stuff going on today. Before we go ahead and get into programs kind of coming to Madden Ultimate Team, I do want to go ahead and go through some updates. Like I mentioned when I was talking about by simply connecting your account, you're going to go ahead and get this Twitch drop. You should see this pop up in your account. The first thing I want to talk about is that there was a server maintenance deploy that went out this morning. All game modes were temporarily unavailable. That means that solo battles was temporarily gated in Madden Ultimate Team, online franchise modes as well. Part of that is because today's server's maintenance addressed an issue where players were not able to start a franchise with real life roster selection, as well as Play Now Live not being able to be selected. So one of the things I wanted to bring up is I think it was on Friday, players started noticing this issue. This got addressed in the server deploy earlier this morning. So players in franchise hopefully should not have any more issues in this space. We'll continue to monitor things in that space. The other thing I do want to provide an update is regarding the upcoming title updates. So for the Mutt Squad's QB roles issue, the Madden team is targeting a title update tomorrow around 11 a.m. Eastern. One thing I want to let you guys know, we'll be here at 10:30 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. Let you guys know if it is still on target. My understanding is that title update is currently with first party. So once it kind of goes through all the first party elements, then they'll be able to push that out. So about 11 a.m. Eastern is when we should expect that update to come tomorrow. Also, a lot of players have been talking about the chew clock and the kick meter. We've talked about this before. This requires a client change, and that's going to be coming in an upcoming title update. That is not coming in tomorrow's title update. Tomorrow's title update is more of an emergency title update. This is more of the scheduled planned title update that will be coming out hopefully in the near future. No lines on the field. That also requires a client change, and that's coming in an upcoming title update, as well as the white screen flashbang bug, which is basically that's going to require a title update as well. One of the things that I've not done is mention that one because I was trying to find out from the team if it was going to be pulled into the upcoming title update, and they managed to pull that in there for that one. There's one other thing that packs opened, not showing correctly on Madden Rewards website. We talked with the web team. They're currently targeting for that issue to be addressed. They're looking right around the September 25th timeframe. There's some web components that have to be in place. But again, if you have iOS or if you have Android, that should be working perfectly fine. It's just if you're going to Mutt Rewards or MaddenRewards.com, you're not able to see your packs being updated right there. The other thing I want to bring up is that the team is still investigating an issue where some players are having problems with the Patriots Ultimate Challenge, that when they are playing Ultimate Kickoff and they go in the Patriots Ultimate Challenge, it's kind of throwing them an error. It's not allowing them to move beyond that. So the one thing I want to encourage you guys that are watching Good Morning Madden, tell your friends on Reddit, on Mutthead, on Twitter, that in order to kind of get around this, what you want to do is you want to create a new lineup and you want to remove Patriots players from that lineup. So if you have a player that has powered up and has Patriots chem, remove that out of your lineup. This has kind of opened the way for people to continue playing that. It's something that the Madden Ultimate Team is looking into right now. So just a little bit of a heads up in that space that it is still a known issue. The team is looking into it, but there is a workaround. Share it with your friends so that they're completely aware. Also, EA Play. So I kind of did a little bit of digging on this one regarding EA Play rewards. Some players are still saying that they've not gotten their EA Play monthly rewards. And as I did some digging and I talked with our customer care team, one thing that we want to highlight is that there are players specifically on PS4, I think, that were having that issue. Please contact help.ea.com and put a trouble ticket in. There's a team already looking into that, but go ahead and put a trouble ticket in, see what they can do to help you out there. It is something for PS4 players that I think that may be an issue that they're trying to figure out in that space. So I'll keep giving you guys some updates as I get them. Also, house rules is still in effect. Make sure to go ahead and complete your house rules by just simply getting 10 wins. You'll be able to go ahead and get that Ultimate Kickoff Hero token. Ultimate Kickoff will have a refresh on Thursday. So hopefully I'll be here on Thursday. I have a doctor's appointment. If I'm not here, I'm going to see if anyone on the team can go ahead and step in for me. Also, Weekend League rewards, those go out weekly, Tuesdays around 2 p.m. Eastern, so be on the lookout for that. If there are any changes to that time, we'll definitely let you know. Regarding Weekend League rewards, they are rolled out, so they kind of go out in phases. They don't hit all at the same time. So if you're one of those individuals that are sitting right there like waiting at 2 p.m. and it's 2:01 and you're not getting your rewards, just understand those rewards are rolled out because they kind of go out in batches. And since Weekend League was open last week, there's a lot of rewards to process. So just a heads up in that space. Monthly rewards, those are going to be coming out on Thursday, October 8th around 2 p.m. for the month of September. That's based on a 4-week time period. This is information we've already posted on Madden NFL forums for those folks out there are new to watching the stream. So definitely go check out that article if you want some more details. And here we list the MUT 21 Weekend League Series 1 rewards. So again, these rewards probably will be updated with each series that is going forward. All right, so next up, let's go ahead and talk about Derwin versus the world. So I'm going to go ahead and play this real quick here. All right, so we've mentioned this before on the competitive front. There is going to be a new series that's going to be kicking off later on today around 8 p.m. Eastern. It's called King of the Hill and also Derwin versus the world. Now, one thing is, I saw some people, I think I actually saw Mutthead said Bugs. Who is Bugs with an S? So, hey, any of those graphic people out there on Madden League Ops or whatnot, hey, you make sure you get Bugs' name right because he may take offense to that. But it's going to be Bugs versus Kiv at 8 p.m. And then you got Henry Ruggs and AJ Terrell at 9 p.m. And then at 10 p.m. you got Derwin playing against Little Baby. So this is going to be happening. I'm going to go ahead and walk through because this isn't just kind of like something that you watch. There's an opportunity for you guys to engage by watching those streams and getting some content down the road. So let me go ahead and talk about that. Later on today, I think it's 5 or 6 or 7 o'clock Eastern today, there's going to be a new program that's going to release in Madden Ultimate Team. It's called Derwin versus the World. You're going to get a welcome pack. You're going to get a crown token. And you're going to all you have to do is tune in for 2 hours each night on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. to earn a crown token. You're going to turn in those 5 crowns for one of 3 of the NAT 90 overall players. Save them all for the finale of Derwin versus the World in February to turn them in to get an auctionable 97 overall Derwin James. So I'm going to go ahead and walk through this right here. You'll see this is what's going to be in game later on today. Probably, like I said, after 5 o'clock, 5, 6, 7. They're kind of working through all these details to get this out there. But again, you're going to have your mission. So as you go into your mission, you'll have that ability. The Derwin James Master is just going to be up there. You're not going to probably be able to see anything. Collect all 3 MCS superstars, and I'll go ahead and walk through that. I don't have any ratings right now. Those ratings will be shared at a different time, but when you do go ahead and see this is what you're going to see as in the set cover. It's Derwin James versus the world, and again, like it says, is you're going to start tuning in at 8 p.m. on Twitch. You need to watch up to 2 hours to go ahead and get that crown token. But again, this set right here is going to go ahead and have these players specifically. So as you collect those crown tokens, you're going to go ahead and put them into the set. And the players that you're going to be able to get are Keenan Allen is just one of them. The other one is Jalen Ramsey. And then last but not least, it's going to be MCS superstar Nick Chubb. So I have a little summary here for folks that are kind of wondering, how do I participate? All you have to do is watch twitch.tv/EA Madden NFL for 2 hours every Tuesday from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern to earn a Twitch pack, which will contain a crown token. Now, the programming, right for this week, it's King of the Hill for the MCS pros at 8 p.m., King of the Hill for the NFL rookies, at 9 p.m., and then Derwin versus the World is going to start at like 10 p.m. Eastern. You're going to earn 5 crown tokens to complete a set for a 90 overall NAT MCS superstar, Jalen Ramsey, Keenan Allen, Nick Chubb. I kind of showed those players. And then program releases a MUT later today, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern. Be on the lookout for that. Make sure to follow at Madden League Ops. They'll be tweeting out this information once stuff goes live. Also, you'll log into MUT and you'll get a GIC with a Gridiron pack with 1 crown token and a mutt tip. I showed you guys that. And after the finale in February, you can turn in all 3 90 overall NAT MCS superstars to earn a 97 overall auctionable Derwin James. He's also tradable. One thing to note is that all 4 players will be able to go into their respective power-up paths. So just wanted to give you guys an update about that regarding Derwin versus the World. That's going to be coming out later on today as part of CGE, the Competitive Gaming Entertainment Group. They'll be putting this in game and whatnot. So just a little bit of an update there on what's going on in that space. Let's go ahead now and transition over to talk about Team of the Week. So before I go into Team of the Week has kind of taken a bit of a change this year. And part of the reason for the change is that over the years, players have complained about a lot of things, and that's something that the Madden Ultimate team has been thinking about and kind of processing through. And if there was one program this year that they wanted to do a little bit differently from what they told me, was they kind of wanted to go ahead and kind of bring some life back to the Team of the Week program. If you've been a MUT vet, I've been playing for 10 years, back in the day, Team of the Week, there were, in order to get the player, you had to collect all these collectibles. And then after some period of time, those collectibles turn into players. But those players, let's be honest, they really just didn't, they were so low in overall that most hardcore Madden Ultimate Team players actually went after kind of like the bigger items because the players themselves were practically unusable. And the team started looking at a lot of that telemetry to kind of understand how is player behavior kind of being engaged when it comes to Team of the Week. So I'm going to take my time today to walk through the program and give you guys some context on how things are changing so you have a better understanding of how the program will roll out going forward. I think there's some nice things here. I think there's some things that initially when you see them, you're going to be you're not going to understand it. It's going to be a little frustrating. But with all of this, one thing I'm also going to do is I'm going to be previewing very briefly something that's coming to Series 2. It's not at the beginning of Series 2. It's going to happen between Series 2 and Series 3 that leverages the Team of the Week players. So let's go ahead and get into the players real quick here. Team of the Week players. One thing I want to highlight is that this year, the heroes are going to actually be based on players that had historic performances during the current week. So week 1, you guys saw Arian Foster and Bryant Young. Those players had historic performances in week 1. And the heroes this year are actually going to be based on, I'm not going to say they're legends, but they're people that have not been in the game for a while. And if you guys remember back on July 22nd when Jake Stein jumped on the stream and he talked about kind of the 50 and he talked about other stuff and broadening that pool of players that we may be able to go ahead and access to kind of bring them back in the game. This is part of that in the essence of not the 50. It's more a part of being able to leverage certain additional talent that we will have. So more legends that we've signed into the game, if we want to call them legends or players that currently are not in the NFL that they want to look at. So let's go ahead and go back over here. These are going to be the heroes. Now, I'm going to walk through all the players. I'm going to go ahead and walk through the process of the players, and then I'm going to walk through the program itself. So please bear with me. I'm just asking people to be open-minded as I walk through all the elements because the full picture should be able to paint things, and then hopefully you guys can go ahead and make your decision on how you're going to engage with that program. All right, so the players, here we have it. For the players, we have Arian Foster. He is going to be one of the heroes today on the offensive side of the ball. He's got that 88 speed, 89 acceleration, 90 change of direction. Also, we have Bryant Young, who's going to be the defensive hero. Not so fast, but on the defensive tackle side. But I mean, for a defensive tackle, not bad. You have right here the main focus is play recognition, block shedding, and his power move, and his tackle and his strength. So those are some of the key ratings right there. Now, the player of the week. Now, the player of the week is going to be Davante Adams. He has 86 speed, 89 jump, 87 catch in traffic, 90 short route running, 88 mid route running, and 83 deep route running. And I'll go ahead and walk through what specifically is going to happen with Davante Adams and how you'll be able to complete these players when we go through the entire walkthrough. Now, the one thing I want to highlight here is that the LTD is actually going to be based off of a player that also had a historic performance from the previous week. So TJ Watt, I'll go ahead and put up his ratings on the screen. TJ Watt is an LTD. He's an LTD. He's the LTD item, but he's a player that had a historic performance during week 1. So the LTDs are going to be based on current players that have had historic performances in the past based off week 1. So next week, week 2, there'll be a player that had a historic performance, a current player that had a historic performance for that given week. So again, that's where the focus is going with the LTDs. Present players, historic performance in that given week, and that player in this case is going to go ahead and be TJ Watt. So you have TJ Watt with 82 speed, 86 acceleration. He's got that 93 finesse move. He's got that 90 play recognition, 82 block shedding, 82 power move. So that's going to be your LTD item, and we'll go ahead and tweet out all that information going forward when that goes live in the program. I'm trying to find out from Nat Gibbs when the program will go live, if it's going to go ahead and be at 2 o'clock today or 3, 4, 5. We'll let you guys know. We'll tweet out that information and give you guys an update. Now, the next thing is what about the players that actually had a player item or had a great performance in the current week? So in talking with the Madden Ultimate team, what they wanted to focus on this year is that if a player had a really great game, last year what would happen is everyone was kind of chasing after that specific item to go ahead and add into their existing power-up. Now, what they're doing is that if a player that had a performance, a great performance, or gets selected for Team of the Week, has a power-up, they're going to give that player a +1 OVR. So let me go ahead and explain what that's going to look like. So for example, Russell Wilson is one of the player items that had a historic performance, was selected as Team of the Week. He is going to get a +1 to his OVR and his power-up. And I think the idea there in talking with the team is they want to make sure that players are able to go ahead and take advantage of players that have that are recognized in the given Team of the Week. Now, that being said, there are player items for the Team of the Week, but I'll get to that next. But I want to explain that the power-up process that's going to happen for the Team of the Week players that are selected, if they have a power-up, they're going to get a +1 to their overall rating. So I'm going to go ahead and go through these players. I'm going to show them to you, and then we'll jump on to the next bit. I'm going to take a little bit of a bit right here, and I'm going to cycle through the players. I'm going to go ahead and throw on some music as this is going on right here. Just so you guys are aware. But what I wanted to do today, and what I'll do in all the streams going forward, is take screenshots of all of these items so that you guys can actually see where that +1 OVR rating is going to go for those existing players in their existing power-ups. So Russell Wilson, you'll see he's getting +1 to strength, +1 to agility, +1 to speed, +1 to acceleration, +1 to awareness, and I can go on and on. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the other ratings for Russell Wilson that will be going up with his +1 OVR. And then what I'll do is I'm going to go through all the players. So this year, the other thing I want to highlight is that the program is going to have less players, but it's going to be more targeted players. So first up, you have Russell Wilson. When you go ahead and go to his +1 OVR, he's going to be at 89 overall. Next up, the other thing I want to highlight too is that these player items are going to, because they're part of the power-up, they're going to have the Team of the Week art. So you'll be able to go ahead and select that. If you notice, it actually looks really nice when you go ahead and put the Team of the Week art on that. So I just wanted to go ahead and transition from there to there, and you can kind of see how the Team of the Week art is going to go ahead and be there. That's a little bit of a bug here. You guys have seen this is something that the Mutt team is currently working on when you go ahead and add the art, that it just shows kind of like this. It just shows up this way. The next player that we have is Ryan Kerrigan. Ryan Kerrigan is also one of the Team of the Week players that have been selected. I'm going to go ahead and leave his ratings right there while you guys see that. All right, our other player comes from the Raiders, Josh Jacobs. He will be getting an update today as part of Team of the Week. And I'm just taking some time to make sure I kind of scroll through these so that you guys can see exactly what those ratings are and what is going up with their +1 OVR in their existing power-up. The next player comes from the Vikings, Adam Thielen. So Adam Thielen will be getting an upgrade today in his existing power-up. And some of these players actually have like 3 screens. So I wanted to make sure that you guys could see everything that was being added. If for whatever reason you missed these screens, definitely go check out the archive. And these are some more important ratings that players wanted to see, so I'll leave it on here for a moment. Chiefs Kingdom will be pretty happy today with Chris Jones getting an update to his existing item with a +1 OVR. See that power and move is right up there. Play recognition is going up. And the final player is going to be Stephon Gilmore. So Stephon Gilmore is going to be getting a +1 to speed, +1 to acceleration, +1 to his awareness, +1 to his change of direction. He's getting +1 to his man coverage, +1 to his zone coverage, +1 to his press. And there you have it. All right. Okay, now you guys saw that the existing players are going to get a +1 overall to their existing power-up, right? That's probably more for players to have an opportunity to go ahead and add those items to those power-ups, to go ahead and just be able to upgrade in their existing power-ups. Now, one of the things that has happened is that a lot of times people have had to take items out of those power-ups and put them in sets and other kind of stuff. And what the team wanted to do is get a little bit away from that. So one of the things that I mentioned earlier on, and as a team was looking at stuff, is that there's this thing of collectibles back in the day. And then not just that, but when you actually look at all the players, the existing players that came out over like the last year or so, which were lower ended players, they made a lot of sense for theme teams, but they didn't make a lot of sense for players, specifically players that watch this stream, when you really think about it, to go ahead and use them on their team. They were kind of practically unusable. So those player items, those player collectibles that I'm going to show you right now are these existing players, but they're lower in overall. Now, what I want to go ahead and highlight is that these players are player collectibles. They're players that you can play with them. However, they are collectibles in a way for those people that are using them. Again, the bulk of the OVR rating that's going to go into these players is going to be happening through the power-up. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight this, and I'll show you guys what I mean. So, for example, today, Ryan Kerrigan will get an item, and he'll be a 78 overall. Josh Jacobs will go ahead and be a 78 overall. Adam Thielen will be an 82. And then you have Chris Jones, who will be an 82. Then you have Stephon Gilmore, that's an 86. And then you have Russell Wilson, who is an 86. Now, one of the things that I want to go ahead and highlight here is, when you think about these player collectibles, they're going to go into the set, so you can go ahead and get the player of the week, to go ahead and get the heroes. But not just that, but when you actually look at these player collectibles, they're going to go into something that's going to happen later on when Series 2, not when it specifically launches, it's going to be in the middle of Series 2 and Series 3, because there needs to be a significant pool of Team of the Week players. So what I'm going to go ahead and show you guys right now is part of Team Affinity. So like I was mentioning before, one of the big concerns from the community when I kind of went through all this is like all those players that you get typically have been used to kind of build out theme teams. And this year, the goal of the team, they understand how important it is to go ahead and get theme teams is such a big thing over the last 2 years that they really want to build everything into that Team Affinity program. So with various series updates, you're going to see things, not always, but you're going to see things like Team Builders. You're going to go ahead and see things like Team Diamonds. You're going to see things like Team Standouts. So this is what Team Standouts is right here. You're going to improve your team with these players who have been making a name for themselves this season. And the Team Standouts is one of those things that where every team is going to get a player that is probably standing out from a performance perspective during that given time. So I'll go ahead and show another screenshot real quick here to give you guys some more context. So you're going to go ahead and exchange Team of the Week players to earn standout players from the teams of your choice. Exchange a standout token earned by improving your team affinity to get some of the required players. So again, this is something that is coming down the road between Series 2 and Series 3. And again, part of the reason for that is because you need to have more of a pool of Team of the Week players so that you can go ahead and create that. If it releases with Series 2, which is going to be happening soon, probably in the next couple of weeks or so, And again, that timing is contingent. You're not going to have a great pool of players to go ahead and complete those sets. So this is where the player collectible kind of concept comes in. Again, those player collectibles, you'll be able to use them in the existing Team of the Week sets, but you're also going to use those player collectibles for the team standouts. And again, for those people that are probably looking at these player items that got the +1 overall in their power up, and they actually look at the items that are coming out for Team of the Week and they see that they're lower overall, it's because in a lot of ways they are player collectibles. Those player collectibles at the end of the day are going to be able to be used in the key sets, but also as in the team standout sets. So let me go ahead and walk through the program real quick here. So Team of the Week is going to release later on today. You'll see that right there. There's going to be a Game of the Week. You'll play the Game of the Week to earn a Team of the Year token, a Hot Streak token. I'll talk about that. And Team of the Week players. You'll need 14 out of the 17 Team of the Year tokens to earn a Team of the Year player in January. So make sure to do those. Also, Player of the Week. The Player of the Week is one of the top performers from the previous week's games. Collect Team of the Week players and exchange them for the elite player to add to your squad. Now, also Team of the Week heroes. One thing to note here is that these are celebrating highlight performances from the same week of previous seasons with Team of the Week heroes. Earn these players by collecting the week's Team of the Week players from the same side of the ball and exchanging them. So we were talking about Team of the Week heroes. On the offensive side of the ball, you're collecting offensive players. On the defensive side of the ball, you're collecting defensive players. So here you go. This is what the ultimate challenge is going to look like. You're going to see this mission right here. Here are the tiers. So as you kind of go through on various tiers, you're going to earn an NAT Team of the Week base player. For today's release, you will go ahead and have Team of the Week Week 1. And this is what the ultimate challenge is going to go ahead and look like. And I'll go ahead and show you the rewards right there. So you'll go ahead and play this ultimate challenge, win the game, pass for 156 plus yards. You'll get a Team of the Year token for just simply doing 1 star. You'll get that Hot Streak Fantasy Pack for going to once you get 3 stars. Now, what is this Hot Streak Fantasy Pack? This Hot Streak Fantasy Pack is just based off of players that maybe had a hot streak or just did extremely well, right? They did extremely well in the given week. This is simply a small little coin reward. If Russell Wilson passes for 322 passing yards next week, he'll get 1,500 coins. If he misses it, 500 coins. And Stephon Gilmore, if he gets 5 tackles or more, he'll get 1,500 coins. If not, he misses it 500 coins. And I know for some folks, they're going to look at this and be like, this isn't really my thing. Totally get it. This is something new that they're trying to do right there. We've shared some feedback with them about, man, how cool would it be if it was training related? So we've kind of floated that idea out there. But for right now, it is coin based. So just to let you guys know again, if Russell Wilson meets the hot streak goal of 322 passing yards in next week's game in week 2, this token will quick sell for 1,500 coins. If he does not, it will quick sell for 500 coins. So let's go ahead and go into the sets. So from a set perspective, we only got 1 set this week with week 1. You'll go ahead and have a set that's 78 to 86 overall Team of the Week, week 1. Exchange 675 to 80 overall players to earn a random 76 to an 86 overall Team of the Week player. So if you do have extra items inside, your binder, you can go ahead and put those players inside your binder. From your binder into the set to go ahead and earn a 78 to 86 overall Team of the Week player in week 1. Now, for defensive hero Bryant Young, you're going to exchange the defensive Team of the Week players from this week to earn an 89 overall Bryant Young and his power-up player. So just a little bit of a heads up, with these heroes, when you complete them, you are going to earn their power-ups. And again, you'll see right here what you're going to specifically need to complete this. You'll need a couple of 86s, you'll need 3 82s, and you'll need 5 78s to go ahead and complete the defensive hero. And then on the offensive side of the ball, you have Arian Foster. The same will probably be required on the offensive side of the ball. You'll need 2 86 Russell Wilsons of these player collectibles, 3 82 Adam Thanalians, and then 5 Josh Jacobs items right there. And then for your player of the week, Devontae Adams, what the requirements are going to be right here. You're going to exchange this week's top offensive and defensive Team of the Week players to earn an 89 overall Devontae Adams. And then basically you'll be able to complete this set. So you got Russell Wilson, Stephon Gilmore, Adam Thielen, a couple of those right there, Chris Jones, and you'll be able to go ahead and get the 89 overall wide receiver. In the store, there's going to be store offers. You're going to be able to go ahead and get packs by using coins. If you want to go ahead and use points, you can do so as well. But But the one thing I wanted to highlight again is that these player collectibles, these lower ended versions of those players, are going to be not only used for the sets, they will be used for a set in Series 2, between Series 2 and Series 3. It's not going to be there at the start of Series 2, but they are called team standouts. And what this is going to be is that you're going to have one of 32 players, right, that are going to be team standouts. They're going to do one for every single team. Team Affinity is kind of like the big program this year, where they're really focusing that with every series update that there is something that is there from a theme team perspective. And again, they understood that for a lot of players, when you think of Team of the Week, all these players that had some type of standout, that people use them for theme teams, kind of round out that team. A lot of that focus is moving to Team Affinity. And I kind of felt like it was necessary in talking to that team to say, I don't think players are going to understand these player collectibles and how that fits into things if they don't understand what kind of other program is coming to kind of address that, because for them, those players were things that they could use for the theme teams. So now, again, if you have a player that did have a Team of the Week performance, they're going to go and get that +1 overall to their existing power up. So again, I'll go ahead and show that real quick here again. I'll go ahead and jump back to that screen to give you guys that context. And here are the power ups. And I'll use Stephon Gilmore as an example on this one. So there you have it. He'll get a +1 overall to his existing power up. That will happen once the content releases. And of course, you'll see kind of the updates that are happening in that space. But yeah, that is the Team of the Week program. It should be launching later on today. Definitely would love to kind of see what players are thinking and their feedback. But yeah, these are just some examples. Like Russell Wilson will get that +1 OVR as well. And again, they will have that Team of the Week art. Let me go ahead and check with Not Gibbs and see if I explained everything correctly. Any questions? Sorry for the typing. But there you have it. Also, one little quick update. Madden Mobile. Madden Mobile segment. There will not be a Madden Mobile segment today. Madden Mobile Nick will not be doing the stream today. He just wanted me to give you guys a quick heads up in that space. So just a heads up right there that he will not be doing the Madden Mobile segment today. But we do have Madden Live. And then from a Madden Live perspective, here's your schedule. Tuesday, we have Boogs from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern. CJ Sauce from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. And Shopmaster from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern. We also have, again, that programming that's going to be happening on www.twitch.tv/EA Madden NFL. You'll want to go ahead and check that out. King of the Hill, all that kind of great stuff. And yeah, so this is going to be there. Let you guys know this is the King of the Hill and Derwin versus the World. This is going to be happening at 8 p.m. Eastern today. Make sure to go ahead and check that out. Here are all the details specific to that. But yeah, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and do some giveaways and then skedaddle on out of here. So for our winners that have